Exact formula to prevent a stroke. Most people think it begins. We spend our lives fearing the sudden moment, the collapse, the emergency, the diagnosis. But what if a stroke doesn't begin in a single instant? What if it begins quietly, years earlier, in the habits you barely notice, the food you stop questioning, and the invisible signals your body has been sending your greatest danger you don't know? This danger isn't what you've accepted as normal. Today, we're not just talking about stroke prevention. We're uncovering the hidden patterns that shape your health long before symptoms ever appear. How we talk about a stroke, they almost always describe it as something that happens in an instant, one moment. Everything seems perfectly normal. The next, life changes forever. That's the story we've all been told. But what if that story is incomplete? What if a stroke doesn't truly begin on the day someone loses the ability to speak or move? What if it begins years, sometimes decades, or in ways so quiet that most people never notice? That's the uncomfortable truth. Your body is constantly sending signals. The problem is this was long Lahims. We tend there was no pain, okay, means being healthy. We assume that if there is no pain, no diagnosis, and no obvious warning sign, then everything must be working exactly as it should. But biology doesn't work that way. Many of the most serious health problems spend years developing beneath the surface, long before they ever become visible. Think about it. You wouldn't expect a bridge to collapse without tiny cracks appearing over time. Those cracks might be invisible to someone across every day, but the damage is still accumulating. Eventually, one more small strain becomes the final trigger. The collapse wasn't caused by that last moment alone. It was the result of everything that came before it. Your cardiovascular system behaves much the same way. Every day, your blood vessels respond to the choices you make. Eat, the quality of your sleep, your stress, your physical activity, these aren't isolated events. They're messages. They either strengthen the system or slowly wear it down. And here's the remarkable part. Your body is constantly trying to repair itself. It's incredibly resilient. But resilience has limits if the damage continues faster than the repair. One of the biggest misconceptions is believing that age is the main cause of stroke. Age certainly increases readily increase in itself. Age issue has been inside your body throughout those years. Two people can be the same age and have dramatically different levels of vascular health because they're doing the same age in very different spot. Modern life makes this your challenge. They've written very different stories. It has become later. This is come out of a default setting. Processed foods are everywhere. We spend more hours sitting than moving. Stress is treated like a badge of honor, while sleep is sacrificed as though it's optional. Individually, each habit might seem insignificant. Together, repeated thousands of times, they reshape your biology. Here's what fascinates me. Humans are extraordinary problem solvers. We can build machines that land on distant planets, connect billions of people instantly, and create technologies that once belonged only in science fiction. Yet many of us ignore the most advanced system we'll ever own our own body. We're waiting for warning lights before we pay attention. Even though the system has been giving us subtle feedback a spot along, is that biology had consistently create momentums, repeated consistently create momentum. Better food choices, more movement, sleep, managing stress. None of these seem dramatic on a single day, but compounded over years, they completely change the trajectory of your health. Prevention isn't built on one heroic decision. It's built on thousands of ordinary ones. This conversation isn't about living in fear. It's about replacing uncertainty with understanding. Fear tells you to hope nothing goes wrong. Knowledge gives you the ability to change what happens next. And once you understand that this begins long with the emergency, you realize this begins long before you be incredibly the process that literally as long before the first symptom, and for a moment that you're just long with the first symptom pot, imagine for a moment that your body is the most advanced engineering project ever created. Trillions of cells communicating every second. Billions of biochemical reactions happening with incredible precision, all without you consciously thinking about any of it. When everything is working as designed, it's astonishing. But here's the reality. Even the most sophisticated system can fail if the wrong inputs are fed into your day. That's exactly what happens with the brain. It's almost entirely on metabolism, almost entirely on cholesterol, age, or family history when thinking about stroke. Those things certainly matter, but they don't tell the whole story. One of the biggest drivers hiding beneath the surface is metabolic health, the invisible operating system controlling how your body manages energy, regulates blood sugar, responds to insulin, and protects your blood vessels. When that operating system starts malfunctioning, the effects spread everywhere. Think about your bloodstream as a network of highways delivering oxygen and nutrients to every organ. Your brain depends on those highways every second of every day. It consumes enormous of energy despite representing only a small fraction of your body weight. If traffic slows down or the road immediately. Now ask yourself what slowly damages those roads. So major factor is